So, I don't really know how to start this, but I'm Amber. I don't know, hey. I'm making this video because I just moved to Spain and a lot of people are asking me questions about how I did it, and so I decided to make a YouTube video. So I'm Amber. I just graduated from college last May. I moved to Spain a month ago, and I'm here to teach English. I teach English to grades first. I just started last week, but I teach from grades 1st to 6th, so it's a big range, but I love them. They're so cool. It's a great experience. So basically, the main question I'm getting is, how did you move to Spain? So I am in a program called the North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. The North American Language and Cultural Assistance Program. It's also called Auxiliaries de Conversación. It's also called the Ministry of Education, and I think it has like another name. The setup of the program is you work, so in the region of Madrid and the region of Valencia, you work 16 hours a week and you get 1,000 euros a month. And in every other region, you work 12 hours a week and you get 700 euros a month. That sounds like so little because in the States, you could not live off 1,000 euros or 700 euros. But here, it's enough. Nandi and I live in a 4-bedroom apartment, and it's just me and her, and the rent total is 600 euros. So we each pay 300 euros. So 1,000 euros a month, we're only using like 1/3 of our income to pay rent. So here, the cost of living is super cheap. Also, the job, so basically you're a language and cultural assistant. So you're not supposed to be the main teacher in the class. So basically every class that you're in, there's another teacher there with you who is actually like the Spanish teacher in the school. Not the Spanish teacher, the English teacher, but she's Spanish, or he is Spanish. And they actually work for the school, you work for the government. So my setup is I go from English class to English class. There's 3 English teachers at my school, so I go from English teacher to English teacher to English teacher. I have a set schedule, but each one's different. So one day I'll go from like 1st grade to 3rd grade to 5th grade to another 5th grade. I can lead lessons. Like this month it's October, so this month I'm actually going to be planning some Halloween activities and some lessons for us to do, because they do celebrate Halloween, but not to the extent that they do in the United States. They dress up and stuff, but they don't go like trick-or-treating and stuff, so I want to introduce them to how we celebrate Halloween and how big of a deal it is in the States. So it's not a hard job, and it still pays bills. I love it here because I think at home we live to work, and here you work to live, and I think that's the point of life. The program is through the Spanish government, and basically they bring in a bunch of college graduates that are native English speakers from the United States, Canada, Philippines, the UK. I think India does it now too, Australia. So basically, if you graduate from college, you're a native English speaker, you can come get paid to teach English in Spain. There's a lot of other programs, and of course there's even more programs in other countries. Basically, if you speak English, if you're a native English speaker, there's a lot of global opportunity for you, because a lot of countries are trying to get their kids, get their youth to learn English because it's the international language, and it's important to know if you don't know it. So, if you're not interested in Spain, I would Google other countries and look at how you can go there and get jobs in hostels. You can get jobs volunteering, get jobs teaching. You can do all types of things. Au pair, like all types of things are available. Get on Google. That's what I did. But I'm going to talk about my program. But the application is open in January. I will put the exact date. I don't think they released the date yet, but they open in January, they close in April. So what you need to have if you want to do it, you have to fill out the application. When you need a letter of recommendation, if you're in school, you need a recommendation with your school's letterhead paper from someone who has access to that. I'm in a sorority, so I use my Greek advisor over our Greek council. She did that for me. You also need a letter of intent talking about why you want to do it. Those 2 things. You need a passport. If you don't have a passport, invest in a passport if you are able to, because that is something that you will need to leave the country ever. So you can't even go to Canada or Mexico without a passport. So definitely invest in that if you have the ability to invest in a passport. You need a bachelor's degree in anything. I have a degree in political science and a degree in African and African American studies. So not English or teaching. If you're in the process of getting it, if you're in your senior year, you can apply to my senior year. I just sent them my transcript to let them know that I was finishing. And then when you fill out the application, you get to list your preferences of communities in Spain that you want to live in. Do some research. There's like 17 or 19 autonomous communities. So do your research, pick 3. But I actually got placed. I wanted to get placed in the city of Valencia. I got placed in Alicante region in the city of Elche, which it's Spain, so I'm cool. Once you get accepted, well, you'll get your application approved. If it doesn't get approved, you have to just change something in your application. Something in the paperwork wasn't right. You can just change it before April and get approved. Basically, it's first come, first served basis. So get your application in, you're pretty guaranteed to get a spot. Once you do that, you have to get a handy dandy visa. Clearly, I use this envelope a lot. So here I have the requirements for a visa. I made a checklist, put it on this envelope. Everything on this checklist I put in this envelope because you have to take, so getting the visa is the hardest part because it's a lot that goes into it. You have to fill out the form. There's a visa form online. Fill out the form, complete it, sign it, make a copy of it. It's good. I put everything on here and then I put a copy of everything under it because it's good to have copies. You need copies because you're going to use, trust me, make copies of everything. If you're considering leaving the United States or whatever country you're in, if you're considering it, I really highly recommend it. Even if you just do it for the year, you can come teaching us for a year and then go back. No big deal. But I love it here. The culture is much different. The culture is so much more relaxed. People are so like, they're just chill and like, it's not quick, fast paced. And basically the reason I decided to come here was I studied abroad in Granada, Spain in the summer of 2018. When I came home, I had met a couple people that were teaching abroad here in college. So I came home and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go to school. I hated school so much, like college. Undergrad really like beat me up like nobody's business. I definitely lost that fight. But I planned to go to law school or to get my PhD. Like, originally I wanted to go to law school, but then I was like, the more school I kept getting in undergrad, I was like, ooh, do I really want to go to law school? Do I really want to pay someone to make me miserable? No. So maybe I'll just get my PhD. Like, that's like, oh, I'll just get my PhD. And then I decided, no, I don't want to do that either. I don't want to go to school after this because this is already suffocating me. So I came home and I was like, y'all, I don't know. I told my friends, I don't know what y'all doing when you graduate, but I'm getting out of here. I'm not living here next year. I'm gonna go do something. And my friend Nandi, my best friend Nandi, who I actually live with, she's sleeping, so, but she was like, well, shoot, me too, I'm gonna go too. So we were like, okay, cool, what we doing, where we going? Originally, we were like, let's go to Japan. Her dad is stationed in Okinawa. He's in the military. And so we were like, okay, let's go to Japan. Cool. obviously that didn't work out. So after further review, we decided, let's just go to Spain. Like, Spanish, I am pretty conversational in Spanish. I know the culture. The culture's not significantly different from American culture, where you're gonna be like, and at least like I can read the alphabet, So we decided on Spain, and we applied, and then our friends were like, oh wow, so y'all are legit doing this. And then we were like, yeah, you trying to do it too? Well, they applied. So my friend Courtney, I studied abroad with, applied, and then our Nadia and I's friends Claudia, Millie, and Hannah also applied. So it is 6 of us from our university here. 5 of my friends are here in Spain. We all got placed in the Valencian region. It's really awesome. We all love it here. Like, our jobs, we started our jobs. We just finished our first week teaching, and we all love it. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. The culture is awesome. Like, literally, we celebrated something in school, and they popped open a 40-ounce of beer in the teacher's lounge. It was like, do you want Coke or beer or Fanta? I was just like, what? I guess I'll have some beer. No, I drink some Fanta, but still, like, it's just like the relaxed culture of like, no one cares. There's no dress code for the teachers or the students. Like, people are just living their life in this country, and I'm like, wow, who knew? I didn't know. But and like, some of my friends, like me, I was like, I'm gonna do this for 2 years, because I'm doing this for 2 years, like before we even started working. And I was like, bossy, but I'm probably gonna do this for 2 years. And then my friends were like, some of them were like, I'm just gonna do it for a year and go back. And like, literally everyone's second guessing themselves after working, after experiencing the job and the lifestyle. And it's just like, why would we go back? Everything's so much cheaper here, literally. Everything is so much cheaper. I got so much fruit. Free mangoes for €1. 4 pomegranates for €1. A big thing, okay, not that big, but like a big thing, like a kilogram worth of grapes, no, 2 kilos worth of grapes for €1. People are out here living, and I refuse to go back to the States. Well, I don't know, but not right now. Like, life is looking up. I love it here. I love the culture. The region that we're in, people are pretty nice. In Granada, they're kind of weird and stared a lot and kind of a little bit rude. Here, they'll stare, but you hit them with a stare back, and they usually look away. In Granada, they'll like literally like stare you down, and it's like, okay, you win. But no, if you're considering it, I would just apply, because even if you apply, you get it, and you decide literally the day before you're supposed to leave for Spain that you're like, okay, just kidding, I don't want to do this. No big deal. My school literally emailed me like 3 days before I was supposed to come in, and they were like, you're still coming, right? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, I can just not come. Like, I could quit right now. Nothing, no big deal. So, yeah, basically I'm going to set up a YouTube channel. I guess by the time this video is posted, it'll already be set up. But I'm gonna mainly use it to keep my friends and family updated on my life, because I don't know, it's hard for me to like contact everyone and tell everyone like about how things are going and like what I'm doing, because by the time I say like the second or third time, it's already watered down, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cool out here, love it, yeah. So this way everyone can just join in, watch a video, and see what I'm up to. If you have any more questions, hit my DMs. I feel like I'm missing things. I didn't cover everything, but DM me some questions. DM me anything, and I'll talk to you about it and what have you. Oh, another thing. Let me just say this, this really motivated me to just change my life. College sucked for me. I was really down. I did not, like, I was at a very low point, like the lowest point I could get. Hopefully I never get that low again. But I realized, after I graduated, I was like, this is the only life we're guaranteed. No one truly knows. Well, maybe somebody does, but I don't know for sure what happens after this life. So, with that being said, live this life to its fullest potential. Anything that you are able to do and want to do, do it. Because you just don't want to live, well, I don't know, maybe you do, but I don't want to live my life school, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Get 70 years old, I'm like, oh, I finally got my money and nothing to do, and I can do all the things I dreamed of doing when I was 20. Now I'm 70 with my cane. What's the point? Life is meant for living, and I think that in our society, we're trained to think that life is meant for working, and it's not. So, live your life, be happy, move to Spain. No, I'm just kidding, but bye.